Good evening, everyone. You should be able to hear me okay. All right. So yes, we're welcome back. We're doing another campaign playthrough of Kingdom Death Monster. We streamed a prologue last night and we got absolutely smashed 3 times. We got through it with the skin of our teeth, and then we found ourselves with very limited endeavours with which to proceed into this settlement phase. So let's dive over to the thing and have a look at the thing. Here we go. This is where we find ourselves. Our settlement limit's 4, which is good. Our population 11, given how we started, not bad. We don't have any survival on departure though, I don't think. So that's not ideal. We didn't innovate in Lantern Year 1. And yes, we've got 4 survivors that are going to go out. We're going to change their names and we're going to go food. We're going to go food names, which was a suggestion from someone last night in the chat that I liked. So anyone that isn't Zachary, we're going to rename them after food things. So this guy will be, let's start with F. Fillet. We'll go fillet. Londa is a cool name. Let's start with an L. Oh, no, don't want to do that. Licorice. Good. And this one can be sushi. So fillet, licorice, sushi, and Zachary. There are 4 survivors. So, thanks to a wonderful champion from last night who was on the stream. He's also on the Kingdom Death channel. His name's Z-Wex or Z-Weeks, something like that. Z-Weeks set us up so that we would have the actual timeline events that come in the new game, the Fiend, etc. So we have the correctly named showdown events for now. So let's try something. I rejig the cameras, so we're all okay. The only thing that's bad is this hotspot here, but maybe we can get around that. I'll move that, change that angle or something. So yes, these are our 4 survivors. This one up here is just literally wearing a cloth, so that's it. Maybe I should put that so it goes over the top of my face so you can see all of the grids. That might be a good plan. I'm just going to do that very quickly. Okay, so you should still be able to hear me and you should be able to see the grid. Excellent, that's working well. Okay, so that's our survivor grids. And this one here is our hit location area where we're going to do stuff, show cards and what have you. These are the wrong way around, but I'm going to use my card display section, well, it's like so, to show those off. I need to set the white balance for that. Okay. All right. It's a hard gig, mate. I'm telling you, doing this stuff on the fly. No, it's great. Okay, but I did fix this camera angle, so we've got the full showdown board in play. Once again, unfortunate little hotspot there, but everything else looks pretty good. Okay, so let's go back to the survivors. So yes, we've got Fillet, who's wielding a bone blade, ready to do some filleting of his own. Tenacity and Desperate Strike, fun guy. Zachary is wielding the bone club. Going to use this guy for the first time, legend. This is this Sushi now? No, this is Licorice. So Licorice wielding a bone axe. Oh, maybe I'll go get the other one for the bone axe. And this one's Sushi. I'm going to get my other model of the bone axe. You've got to use these models. I've got so many painted survivors and I've used about 6 of them. Anyway, you should still be able to hear me. Yes. Oh, let's grab Morgan the Saviour as well. She looks cool. Oh, and Zelda. Some of the new ones that I've just painted. I've done the Basara as well, have I? Oh, nice. With the guillotine. Nice. Okay. These little base snaps are not as tight as I was hoping they would be. That is going to be moderately annoying. Okay. So we are setting up to face off against a Frogdog, level 1, and not a bullfrog dog, don't be ridiculous. And this is what we're looking at. So when I do this, I normally use a thing, but let's use an omen token to mark where we are instead. Yeah, so I spent resources. Let's talk to the resources that I spent. So as you can see, the only thing I was able to buy was a bone smith. And so we just got a bone blade, a bone club, and a bone axe. This is actually the first time that I've crafted a bone club in a campaign. It's never felt like the right option in my head. So for me to be wielding a bone club, I'm pretty excited about that. I might just go and share in the Discord, the wonderful Discord that we are live streaming right now. It's live. Cool. All right, I think we're good to go. So let me just, we don't need to get the collective cognition milestones. We don't need to do anything else. Yeah, cool. All right, so let's depart for our level 1 Frogdog in Lantern Year 1. This will be probably one of the hardest fights that we'll have faced in the entire campaign. So this one will be interesting. We have no departure bonuses at all. So that sucks. But we're going to hunt. So let's roll our hunt event for the first hunt, and it will be Fillet that is going to do this random hunt event. Actually, I need to grab my random hunt events out because I have some cool ones that we can use. Where are they? They're in here. I might just switch over to this view. Which ones do we want to use? So 1, we do need Arc Survivors. 2, we don't need that. Golden Dagger's fun. Baby and the Sword, I've used that a lot, so we won't do that. Exquisite Aroma's fun. We don't need Sky Fishing. We will need Noodling. I'm not doing Bone Eaters. Don't need Scouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. These are 2 new ones. So 11 Plus we drop 2 more out for these 2. And that's it. So we'll shuffle these. And we'll pop them here. And then we'll shuffle these ones, which are the frog ones. And we'll place them here. Great. So, now if I do this, a random event. 81. It'd be really good to start with a prospector's key, wouldn't it? Yes. Yes, it would. Field of Arms. The survivors carefully tread along the back of a massive sleeping monster. Instead of fur, it has elongated arms, several of them twitching to whatever dream the great beast is in the midst of. The survivors don't disturb the monster's deep sleep and cross without issue. If any survivor has a sickle, we do not. But that is a non-event, which is nice. Here we have found fits of laughter. Okay. So each survivor gains 1d5 insanity. I'll just roll 4 in a row and we'll go top to bottom. So 1, 3, 2, and 3. 1, 3, 2, and 3. All right, so it says if any survivor has 13 plus, they refuse to leave. We do not, and we now roll a random hunt event. 34. Crippling Misery. Each survivor rolls 1d10, and once one of them becomes a straggler, they suffer the broken leg severe injury. That's awful. All right, so top to bottom, so a 6. Licorice also rolls a 6, a 5, and Zachary. Okay, so it is Sushi. Poor Sushi suffers a broken leg, but she gains 1 understanding. A broken leg is not ideal. Gain a bleeding token, but gain an understanding. Well done, Sush. I'm glad she's the one without any weapon. Hello, good 33 fun. All right. So the last one will also be a random hunt event, and it is, a random event. So we'll roll that. Hopefully we don't need anything else. Random hunt event, 24. 24 is food from the mouths of others. The event revealer, so that will be Sushi. So we go top down. Investigates, gain 1 courage. And roll 1d10. Go, Sushi. She rolls a 4. There's nothing. It was just a trick of the lantern light. Man, if it was 6 to 8, it would have been a rock. That would have been good. But no. We make it to the showdown. Good. So we've got Mammothles. We don't have a Facist yet. So we don't have anything there. So Sushi's going to be our target with her nothing. This is here. Our club guy, he is the guy that we need to ensure gets on a leaf and jumps, because otherwise he can't attack. So not attacking is not a great outcome for our weapon that we invested 3 bone resources into. So, all right. We'll turn that off. So we'll spend our tenacity token right now, which is on fillet to gain a survival, and that's one progress, and we're looking for desperate strike with him, so that's good. Yeah, we had to focus on weapons, and we had plenty of bones. We actually had 7 bone. I don't even think I spent them all. I think I kept a skull or 2. No, didn't keep a skull. I kept the perfect bone, that's right. And then all the frog resources I tried to keep, basically. So, yeah. What I'm hoping is we get through this fight and maybe we've got enough to make a frog set. And, yeah, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, we can't use the hide. We can't use it for anything. So, it's like, what else are you going to do with it? Can't go to the organ grinder. Okay, I think that's good. I have shuffled this and this, but we'll just do it again anyway. Okay. That's like so. All right. So the Froggo is in position, and it's still bad lighting, Deno. What are you going to do about that? You got to fix that, mate. Okay. Fart deck, I'll shuffle that. And let's kick off. Our first AI card is Just a Taste. The closest stinky survivor, there isn't one, random survivor in range, random threat in range. So that's a shame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's fillet. Fillet is getting the attack. So it's 3 speed. Bash. That's bad. Hitting on a 5+. 4, 5, and 2. So we can probably, hey Dantham, we can probably dodge that. We've got plenty of dodging, so let's do that. This is a level 1, mate. We're in Lantern Year 1. Come on now. I did do a level 3 Smog Singers in Lantern Year 4. That's the best I'll ever achieve. I don't think we'll ever try for that again. That was absolute insanity. Great. So that's the end of that. We have no other things to worry about. No fart on the fart deck. Excellent. So let's get in there with our Bone Axe Survivor, and that is Licorice. So Licorice is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Now Licorice is accuracy 1. So she's going to be hitting on 5s. There's no fart to contend with. Yeah, that was suggested last night. So that's a 7 and a 5. That's 2 hits. We'll zoom here. Okay. Are we sane? We are insane with Licorice, so we're not going to get Eproctophilia if we do a wound. All adjacent survivors get a stink token. So we will do this one. Now we are strength 3 on this, and the level 1 Frogdog is toughness 8. So we're looking for 5s to wound and 9s to crit. So we're going to do this one first on 5s to wound, 9s to crit. That is a 1, so we fail to wound that one. And then this one, it is a 2, so we fail to wound that one. I'm okay with that because both of those wound reactions were suboptimal. Let's do our Bone Blade with Desperate Strike. So we are only 1 speed with Fillet. He's got Selfish. We don't want him to encourage. Donor's Tenacity, yeah, Desperate Strike. So he is hitting on 5s with his 2 speed Bone Blade. He rolls a 6 and a perfect hit. Come on, Fillet. Get a progress. Desperate strike 2. So one of the things I try to do when I remember is if I level up a knowledge, to grab the knowledge out straight away so that I don't forget that I have leveled it up. Desperate strike 2. Desperate strike 1 goes away. All right, now we don't get that buff now, so we're just going to flip 2 cards. 1, 2. So that's a reflex, so we'll do it in this order. We don't have sword specialists, so we don't get to roll to wound and then attempt. If we get a crit on this one, we would knock the monster down. That would be nice. It's a 6, so that is a wound, just, but not a crit. So our first wound, well done, champion. And this one is a reflex with leap and gaseous bloat. That's a fail to wound, so he is going to reflex. And he will reflex leap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to go to here and face away. And then he's going to put up his fart for gaseous bloat. So that will go there. Okay, so he hasn't moved now, Fillet. So Fillet's going to move to here. And we'll mark him off there. So good work, Fillet. Sushi's just going to fist and tooth in the buttocks, I guess. Yes, she does. Level 1 monster, so 1 to the body. That doesn't knock him down though, does it? It's just the damage from splash. All adjacent survivors suffer damage to a random hit location. Yeah, good. It's only when they grab that it's knocked down in front of them. Yep, so she'll fist and tooth in the rear. She's hitting on 6s because it's accuracy, and that's a 7 and an 8. Where's me frog kick at? So that's a failure. And another reflex. Alright, but that one is if you aren't in the monster's blind spot, and we are in the blind spot, so that's fine. So we're critting on 9s and wounding on 8s. So that's a 7. Come on. And this one, oh, that was a 9. Keep that one. We'll take a critical. Yeah. That's a wound. No resource from that one, but all adjacent survivors, just Sushi, gain a speed token. That helps. She'll then move 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're fine. She's just over there. And this guy's going to move to here so that we can hopefully leap and use his bone club. That's it. 2 wounds. Sounds right. So we will go on to the next AI card, and it is Splashing Slap. Oh, we had 2 stink tokens too that we need to apply to adjacent survivors, which is that and that. Let's just no, because we failed to wound. Okay, good. That was only if we wounded, which we did not. So Stinky's threat can be anyone of our choosing. I did. Yes. Target suffers knockback 3 and removes a stink token. So we'll go to here. And there's no fart being applied. So this is 3 on a 5+. Sushi has no evasion. 3, 8, and a 4. Where does that 4 go? On the body. So we will spend a survival to dodge. It'd be good if Sushi got to have a swing with her bonus speed. And we do not suffer the after damage effects, so that is a splashing slap all done. Let's do this despair guy with the bone club because he's in position. Go, Dano. I was hoping I'd get to do this. This is just glorious. Leap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So he's going to leap into this position right here. He's in the blind. Let's have a close look at his stats. He's got a bone club. He's got despair. So the bone club hits on a 6, 5, 4. And it's wounding on a 2+. How good is that? And, oh, by the way, this is Zachary. And he's got a +1 speed. This club's not slow. So he's 3 speed, hitting on a 4+, wounding on a 2+. Come on, Zach. 1, 2, and a 5. It's a good start for the bone club. And there's a reflex too. Come on, you pest. All right, well, it's critical. No, but we do still wound because we are wounding on a 2+. Yeah, Zachary came back for the fight. All right, so that's good, but we do trigger the reflex, perform leap and gaseous bloat. It would be great if this guy rolled a 1 to 5 to leap onto this one. He's going to leap here, and he's going to knock him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's okay. We can still stand him up because we have encourage now. And we definitely want him to attack. He takes a damage from being landed on to his hands. And Zachary is done. Would have been good if I could have jumped onto the leaf, but that's okay. Let's go bone club again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be 2 speed now for Licorice. Hitting on a 6, goes to 4. He does 2. It's in the blind spot. Licorice hitting on a 4 as well. 2 hits. Come on, Licorice. That's a wound, and that is a wound reaction. All adjacent survivors gain a stink token. If the attacker is sane, she is not sane, so she's not going to get a proctophilia. We definitely want to try and wound this one first, I think. She is strength 3 from the bone axe. Neither of these are super dense. Does he have any super dense? I don't think he does. He's got an impervious. Is he like a full safe bone axe guy? Like the lion? Croc's not. Yeah, so wounding on a 5 and critting on a 10. Doing this one first. That's a 2. That's a fail. That's annoying. Bone axe underperforming thus far. Critical is an overperform though. The bone axe is savage, so that is 1, 2 from the critical, plus we gain 3 insanity and a random frog dog. 1, 2, 3. And the random frog dog resource is nice. Before she ends, do we want Zachary to spend a survival? No, we want him to survive, so how badly do we want Philip to attack? Wiry crest. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll encourage. We'll use. I'd really prefer to keep it for dodges, but he's only 1 damage, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to try and get a desperate strike. So Fillet, desperate striking, 2 speed from his bone blade. Come on, perfect hit. A 4 and a 4. That's 2 misses, isn't it? Yep, needs 5s. Okay, that was a wasted survival. Let's hope it does not come back to bite us. The farthest stinky threat. I don't think we've had a stinky token applied, so I think that will be our choice. We failed to wound that one, and we criticaled that one. Yep, okay, so still no stink tokens. So yeah, this one is going to target the closest threat in field of view in range, which is fillet. Turn to face fillet. 3 speed, hitting on a 5+. Fillet has no evasion. 4, 3, 2. You're an idiot, Froggo. Then he's going to intimidate survivors. So there is fillet and sushi in his facing. So fillet on a 4+. Nope. And sushi. Nope. I feel so much more comfortable without that damage token. All right. Let's start with licorice and move her into the blind. 1, 2, 3. We haven't had a fart applied, so we don't have to worry about that. She will swing with the bone axe. So no buff, so she's now hitting on 4s. That's a 3 and a 2. Last turn she rolled, I don't like you, bone axe. All right, let's do fillet in the front, hitting on 5s. 2 and a 6, so 1 hit, that goes away, Deno. Festering thigh, no perfect hits, so we don't get to do a thing. So if we fail, all adjacent survivors will gain a stink token. A critical would be better than a fail, Deno. That is an 8. It's not a critical, but it is a wound, so we don't have to do anything with that reaction. He's then going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sushi will move to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll put him on that one there. Froggo. Confusion. Non-adjacent threats. Oh, that's not a great one. So non-adjacent threats is 1, 2, 3. And then, unfortunately, all targets suffer monster level brain damage. And then if they are sane, so yeah, Zachary's going to be okay. So he suffers 1. Sushi suffers 1 and is knocked down. Licorice is not non-adjacent, and fillet suffers 1 and is also knocked down. There's no sad Frogdog song though. So knocked down, knocked down. Fillet can't stand himself up, but I think we take the jumping bone club while we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's 3 speed, and it's hitting on 5s. 7, 6, and a 1. So again, these wound on a 2+. There. 1, 2, unless the attacker is not in the monster's blind spot. So that's a bad one. If we get a critical on this, we can get a +1 luck. That'd be nice. So yeah, we're 2+ to wound, 10 to crit. That's a 9. Oh, come on, give me a luck. The bone club. One. Okay, well, we sort of need to critical this one or our bone axe is going to get taken away. That's a 2. It's a wound. So the attacker is not in the monster's blind spot, perform leap, and the attacker suffers grab. Hello, Scarabost. So 1 to 5, 6 to 10. Let's jump here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. And a splash damage there. And he's suffering a knockdown there. Alright, so let's do Fillet. He suffers a splash damage to the body. Sushi, she suffers damage from the knockdown to her waist. She does actually have a cloth there, so. Licorice also has a cloth. And Zachary is going to suffer also 1 to the waist. There was no gaseous bloat. Cool. Can't get anyone else in, so we'll just move to here. Get ready for next turn. What card do we have? What card, I say? Just a taste. The closest stinky survivor, there is not one. Random threat in range. The only threat in range is Licorice. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's fine. 3 dice, hitting on a 5 plus. 5, 7, and 3, so that's 2 hits. Hand and waist on Licorice. Cool. 2 AI cards to go. So 3 wounds required. That Bone Club's actually been pretty awesome, hasn't it? So he's going to stand up. He's going to stand up. Sushi's going to stand up. Let's do Sushi. No, let's do the Bone Club. No. Yeah, the Bone Club chick can leap into the blind spot. That'll be 2 wounds unless we crit, in which case it'll be 3. I'd really like to try for 1 more desperate strike, so let's do this. 1 more desperate strike. A 2 and a 3, 2 misses. Glad we got those rolls out of the way. Now Licorice is going to leap into the blind spot there. She's going to swing with her Bone Axe, hitting on 4s. That's a 1 and a 3. Sushi's going to... Oh, what's her speed? She's only speed 3, isn't she? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. She can get into the rear. She's 3 speed. And she's hitting on 7s, 6s with Fist and Tooth. 8. 1 single hit. This has been a little bit uninspiring from our team. This is that stupid frog milk one. Guaranteed we'll crit this on a 9. Oh, it's a 1. So at this point, we probably do just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the side and swing with Fist and Tooth with Zachary. A perfect hit, 1 single perfect hit. There is a failure reaction. Adjacent insane survivors. Don't fail, Zach. Never in doubt, never, never. The Frogdog lets out a horse squeal. All adjacent survivors gain, no, all non-deaf survivors gain 3 insanity. All right. So that's good. And then we do Sad Frogdog song. I feel like that's a bad one. Isn't it bad? Or you can get a good thing. Sad Frogdog song. Yes, every reminiscence will smell of sadness. Again, eproctophilia. Eproctophilia. That's not a good one. Especially if we don't have a... I think we did do a wound, so I'm just going to take that wound off and put that there. And then we'll go back here. Okay. Yeah, so we haven't innovated Saga. Oh yeah. Suffer a rain of brand trauma for every hunt XP you have. Yeah, it's probably not too bad, that one. The 3, 4, 5, 6 is suboptimal, but Sad Frogdog Fighting Art would be great. So let's see if we can roll 7+. Sure, we can. Gain the Sad Frogdog Secret Fighting Art. All right, now we have to decide if we want to get it or if we want to have Vaultless. If we want a Vaultless to try and... Where did I put my Secret Fighting Arts? Did I get them out? You have to Vaultless. Oh no, that's right. Yeah, you just get a Torment and you get it, or a Systemic Pressure. But I'll take a Torment. So yeah, Secret Fighting Art, Sad Frogdog song. First time you attack each round, add the values of your failed attack rolls to the strength of this attack. Yeah, that one's actually good. I had that in my first time I played with the Frogdog, and it was awesome. It is good with speed. Yeah, that's good. Okay, we're happy with that, except for the eproctophilia. That's okay. He's got one card left. It's just this one again, which is Just a Taste. Closest Stinky Survivor. We didn't get stink tokens from that, did we? No. Did we get stink tokens from that? No. So we'll just do Just a Taste. Random threat in range. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't see what that is. It's 1, 2. So it's Fillet. Fillet's going to get attacked with a 3-speed attack. 3, 7, and 5. So that's 2 hits. Fillet does actually have a survivor left, I think. Body and body. So he'll dodge one. So he doesn't have to do a severe. Second one he takes, then he suffers bash, which would have knocked him down anyway, and monster level brain damage, which is 1 brain damage. Doesn't knock him backwards. So that's it. Now, so again, I probably want to try and stand him up with Zachary to go for that Desperate Strike again. So let's do that. And he'll stand up. 1, 2. Can't get into the rear, so just looking for a perfect hit. Oh, it's an 8 and a 9. That's rubbish, Deno. There's a failure with a leap and a double blinking eye. So we are wounding on a 6+ and critting on a 10. That's a 5, so that's a fail. And this one is a 1, so that's also a fail. The monster escapes harm, its bowels agitated with rage. Perform leap and then gaseous bloat. So the leap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6. It is going to be a splash damage on Sushi. Oh, it is 2. So Sushi suffers a damage to the hands. Let's see if it does matter. Let's do him 1, 2, 3. Where was he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll go to here. She'll move into the blind spot. There was a gaseous bloat, so we added a fart to the fart deck. Yep, so the bone axe in the rear. That's a 2 and a 3. Sushi with her +1 speed, fist and tooth. 2 hits. It's going to matter now. We've said it, it's not going to matter, but it's going to matter. Oh, failure. So we'll do that one first. Wounding on 8s, critting on 9s. That's a failure, but we are in the monster's blind spot. And this one, that's a critical. She gains permanent speed, Sushi, from the mossy molar. Oh, apparently, we get rid of just a taste, so that's nice. We also get rid of the fart from the fart deck, which is also nice. And suffer 1 damage to the head location. And we gain a mossy molar. Well, unfortunately, the Froggo is going to do basic action. Random stinky survivor in range. There isn't one. Stinkiest survivor, our choice. I think Zachary has got the least amount of damage. He's probably the safest choice. Yeah, so we'll go on Zachary, and then he can jump in the blind spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna do the trap. It's just gonna happen for sure. 3 speed hitting on a 5. 5, 4, and 9, 2 hits. Don't go on the body. Don't go on the same hit location. Hand and boot. Perfect. Hand, boot. All right. So Zachary leaps into the blind. I did say I wanted to try and proc this Desperate Strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to try and proc Desperate Strike. On a 10. Critical. 1 and a 3. All right, that fails. We'll now leap into the rear with our club. A 5, a 7, and a 9. I would have probably just preferred just 1 hit, but let's see if we can get the trap. Oh, come on, Tenno. Oh. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. We'd probably do the impervious to try and get the critical, because it's just 3 insanity because no one's stinky. So let's do the impervious first and roll a 9. We probably should have attacked with fist and tooth on reflection, but that's okay. So that's not a critical. So we will do this wound reaction here on the festering shoulder. That's a 4. So that's a wound. He dies. Come on. One off the bottom for the trap. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, that went well. Felt a lot smoother than the shit show that we had last night. That was awful. Okay, so let's return from showdown. Zachary gains a philosophy. We return and advance the year. The showdown was victorious. Excellent. So let's go over here. And what do we get from this victory? We get 4 Frogdog and 4 basic resources, and we add Lingering Cough to the next Lanternier. That is a story event, Lingering Cough. Get us the Mir Navi. And then we will also gain the Frostcrafter settlement location. Yeah, we don't get weapon proficiency yet. Boo. we need to get butchery. The innovation at collective cognition 8, and unfortunately we are not going for level 2. We might actually, we'll see. I haven't, if we go for the node 2, then we get to 3 collective cognition, and then if we go to a 2, we go to 5, and then we face the pariah, which takes us to 8. So the earliest you can get it is in Lantern Year 4, and I always try to go for that, because I also like the fact that you get rid of those rubbish knowledges out of the deck, but with, yeah. 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. So 2 ironclad spines feels pretty fine. A couple of shields coming up. Yeah, and the lonely tree too, yes. So if we'd managed to jank a tree showdown, that'd be cool. Actually, yeah, I love the tree showdown. They need to figure out how it works with the node system though. 1 monster hide, give us a love juice, another perfect bone, a question marks, monster hide, no love juice again. All right, so we have a settlement event and a story event. So I'm going to try and use this a little bit more regularly because I always forget this. So survivors return, remove tokens, not return gear. Gain endeavours for draw a settlement event card and resolve it. Excellent. So the way that I do my settlement events is I shuffle my deck and then I split it into 2 piles for anyone who's new, because I find it very difficult to shuffle these cards. So we split it into 2 piles, roughly even. This left pile, we're going to choose 1 to 5, 6 to 10. So we're choosing this one. We're then going to do the same. We're going to split this one. And same deal. So this one, and then we're going to choose card number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the card we're choosing. I find it's just a good, I don't constantly shuffle the thing. What did we get? Rivalry. Okay. I also, lucky big cocky, I actually been back out on the touch football fields, mate, carving up. I scored a try last night, Wednesday night. I'm still feeling it now. I can barely walk. But yeah, just the biggest dummy. It was like Moses parting the Red Sea, straight through the big man in the clear. Never in doubt. All right, so we've got 2 rivals. So the 2 returning survivors. So let's see who they are. Yeah, just carving up, mate. Wall was proud. Wally Lewis is proud. You name it, everyone's proud. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our first survivor, of course, is Zachary. That's going to have a rivalry. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Philip and Zachary have decided they don't like each other. I don't have lifetime rerolls yet, so this could be tragic. Okay. Roll a 9 and a 10, Dano. It's a 3. The 2 rivals beat each other up. Neither may depart this phase. That's actually like not a bad result. It could have been a lot worse. The 4 to 8 is just like keep stabbing each other, guys. So they just can't depart. All right. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind the 9-10. They get a survival and understanding. That's fine. But you don't really want them to have to duel. Should we play one and done for survival for settlement events? I played that last campaign and it was really cool actually. I preferred it a lot. So yeah, I think I might do that. Just going to one and done. Okay, so draw a settlement event, trigger story and settlement events on the Yeah, good call. I'll have to look at how pariah works. We'll see. If it ends up that it's affecting it, we'll bring it back. That's easy enough. Endless Screams. Endless Screams is in the core book, so we'll get that. Is it a screaming antelope you hear? Could it be? Endless Screams. Some great artwork. You may now hunt the screaming antelope. Nominate a survivor to gain a courage. Sushi with her broken leg. Gain a courage, Sush. And she will roll and become the voice of reason. She rolls an 8. She gains the Orator of Death, and returning survivors gain 2 insanity. She will not take Orator of Death because she is an Ark survivor. So she will have to roll on the vaultless table. I think it's just don't roll a 1, isn't it? And you just get a Lumi. Let's have a look at some more glorious artwork from Vaultless. Glorious, that guy's my favourite artist in all of Kingdom Death. He's sick. Yeah, so we will explore the maze. Yeah, cool. So just don't roll a 1. Lantern 10. Gain 2 Lumi. Great. Sushi. And returning survivors got 2 insanity, didn't they? One, 2. How's Licorice got 9, 11 insanity at this juncture? That's slightly concerning. And Zachary. That sad Frogdog song was pretty good for us. All right. So we have the Screaming Antelope. Yeah, and then he punishes you with that thingy event that if you've got 13 or more, he takes it away. So 2 of those are obviously for our other 2 settlement locations. One of them will be for an Endeavour Innovate. So I think we got that. Another Perfect Bone is nice. Man, that's actually some really clutch resources. Perfect Bone, 2 hide and a question mark. And then Froggo. Another Ironclad Spine. A Wiry Crest. 2 Mossy Molars. A Waxy Dermis. A Gaseous Bladder. And we already got the Ironclad Spine. Okay. Let's have a look at what we can craft from the Frozcrafter. And the sky is falling. Oh yes, we need to do that. Pleased plating, isn't it? Facets of existence. Pleasing plating. Yeah, pleasing plating. Gain the stone plate innovation. Did Scribe Guy add that for us automatically? He did. What a legend. I love Scribe Guy. Departing survivors gain +1 survival, so we can do that here. And yeah, clothed and satiated, so probably not going to make too much of a difference for us. 16, 9, 21, 5, 6, 8, 36, 30, 46, 1, 13. Cool, so we got 1 and 2. Great. Here's blood weaving, by the way. Sanguine extrusion or infusion. That's implanted memories. Yeah, clothed and satiated. Cool. So what can we make at the Frost Crafter? What does the grapple claw require? I want to make a grapple claw whip thing. Spindly paw, damn. Long club, also spindly paw. Frog doggles, an aqueous eye. Crest axe is nice though, I think. So did I leave the frog dog in here? No, frog dog is in my other one. Gorm, Croc, Frost Crafter. So grapple claw, no. It's tough. It's tough to pass up a rawhide set at this juncture. So waxydermis organ, tatty hide, gaseous bladder hide, waxydermis tatty hide mammary gland. I think we've got just not enough tatty hide. Is that right? Yeah, we need 2 tatty hide to get the full set. Waxydermis we've got. Gaseous bladder we've got. Mammary gland, yeah, so we don't have the boots. And the boots are like the best bit. The crest axe is pretty good for us actually with our eproctophilia guy. Requires a wiry crest and a bone, and it is +4 strength. He's going to be 4 speed. Yeah, that could be quite good. And with Sad Frog Dog Song, any misses are going to add to his strength. Is that right? Sad Frog Dog Song. Any misses add to his strength. Yeah. Add the values of your failed attack rolls. Yeah, that's such a cool ability. That's so cool. Yeah, so I think we probably go Crest Axe. I am leaning towards the rawhide set rather than the frost guy. Skinnery. So let's use, this is an organ, this is a, sorry, that is a bone. Yeah, bone, hide, organ. What is the mossy molar used for? Turbotonic, vertebrae net. Vertebrae net could also be a good option. I know you said that, good fun. Particularly given that we're going after the antelope. Grapple claw, mossy molar, yeah, spindly paw. Yeah, so we'll keep that. So that's our innovate. So let's do our innovate and see what we have available here. Drums in the deep and ammonia. Whilst I would like Song of the Brave, I think I want the +1 survival for departing survivors better, more, and it does get us closer to leather. So we will take ammonia, and we don't have Gorm or Lion who give ammonia for free, so we actually need to actually go for it. So yeah, I think we'll take ammonia. Yep. So ammonia consequences is bloodletting, lantern oven. We're going to get that for free, so we'll hopefully not draw that. And another bad one. Cool. Ammonia. Does he on a hunt event? Is that right? He gives drums on a hunt event. Can't recall. I really want to try and proc our death principle, or our birth principle. Eight plus. 8+. I don't think we've got anything better to spend our single endeavour on, other than Stone Noses are a very good early game, but do we have anyone at 2 understanding that we can go for? 1 understanding, 1 understanding. Okay, let's give Sushi a crack at rolling a an 8+, I think. I hope we don't roll a 1 to 3 and have to give up a resource. Yeah, let's see if we roll an 8+. Cheers. She's having my baby. What a lovely way of saying how much you love me. She's having my baby. And now we just got to roll not a 1. Lingering Cough's next Lantern Year on the timeline. Or is it this Lantern Year? It's this Lantern Year, isn't it? Because you do it in the end of the thing. All right, let me come back to that. We'll go back to that question. Let's see if I roll a really bad roll. Actually, a 1's okay. So, yeah, it's a 6. That's fine. A 1 would have been fine because I've got the bookmark. So we're having a baby. Time to roll intimacy, baby. HI. A 6 is the settlement gains +1 population. We've nominated 2 consenting survivors. One of those will be Licorice, and the other will be Zachary. And this brave little female, oh, what do you get? Hang on a second. Is there a bonus on the intimacy table if you're a collective cognition? Where is that? I should be using arc intimacy. Yes, I should. Not that one. E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Okay. been a while. Very good. We add +1 to the arc. All right, we don't have a grand feast. We don't have bed. We don't have hovel. So we roll a 6, which is actually a 7. The parents each gain 10 survival. None of them participate in any endeavours this year, so that's okay. We will have a female. What can we call her? What's a cool food item that we could call her, our new survivor? Pierogi. That's very good. That is very good. Licorice and Zachary. Could call it all sort. Pierogi is good. Yeah, I do enjoy pierogi. Oh, it does have an eye. The only reason I know what that is because it was in the very first Men in Black movie. How good is that? So 10 survival for Zachary and Licorice. It's pretty handy. Licorice will go out for a hunt. Zachary can't, but 10 survival's good. Are we racking up again? Surely we'll rack up again so we can, after that, we can read the Pariah's story event. Let's rack up again. Okay, Zachary's got to ponder a philosophy, I think. Yes, he does indeed. So our philosophy deck is in the bean box, as my friend likes to call it. So that's here. So we only need the level 1s here, Deno. You can try and get a level 2, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be cool. All right, so I just don't want to see survivalism, right? I just hate it when you draw survivalism when you've already got it. Just give me faceism. Lanternism's okay. I don't mind lanternism. Lanternism is fun. It's got probably the best artwork out of any of the philosophies. I'm going to grab a couple of models for you to look at very shortly. Just a little sneak peek. Lanternism. Yeah, I would have loved faceism, but he's not going out this year, so it doesn't really matter. All right, so we get photo access. We cannot spend survival when there is a fallen lantern, so it's basically a non-event. We do need to add death collector. Just looking for the lanternism stuff, faceism. There it is. What do we got? The tenet is death collector, so that gets added, and then we will roll. So we gain a Lumi. Light Whisper is good. Light Warrior, less good. So it's a 4. Light Whisperer. Yeah. I would highly recommend going with core. I would not subject you to Ark Survivors straight away. Add some of the new content for sure, but don't go Ark Survivors. They just ramp up the complexity in such a crazy way. I'll just use this because I've got this here. Check this artwork out. This is just the best. Look at that. Kyong Sung Eom or something like that. Look at Light Eater. Look at that. Just the best. Light Stealer. Ghost Zerker. They're just straight bangers, every single one of them. All right, Death Collector. It is the same artist as Verminism, yeah. Great. So those both go into the knowledge deck. And the rest of them go back down here, which is nice. All right, I'm going to grab me 2 models I've been working on. Stand by. Pariah, almost finished. Just got to do his cloak and then some sweet airbrushing. Maybe if we do this, it'll look just as good. Yeah, that's out of focus. Haven't fixed his teeth yet either, but that's fine. And Aeneas the Wanderer. So yes, the 2 models that we will be using next, ready to go. And then the red witches are next on the table. I just need to paint his teeth. Anytime you're doing a mouth, you just fill it in with red first, and then you paint the teeth. Always looks better. All right, so here, get rid of that. Frostcrafter is ours. So let's craft I think we craft both weapons probably. We go for the crest axe, which requires a wiry crest and a mossy molar. Yep, we'll use a mossy molar. Craft. And then the vertebraeonet is a required mossy molar. I do not want to use an ironclad spine. No, thank you. Spiked buckler, a supple nose, and an ironclad spine. Yes. So that and the crest axe. I do like the vertebraeonet. I think it's a cool design. Could be good on sushi. It's got an extra speed. But really it's best for someone who's got sad Frogdog song. I would like to have Frogdoggles, but we didn't get an aqueous eye. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out. Skinnery. I think we have to go a rawhide set. Craft. We've got an extra waxy dermis. Craft. Elastic tongue is such a useful one to have. What does that get you? The tongue. Vigor capsule and nothing else. I normally do this off camera, by the way. I normally spend ages just like, ooh, what am I going to choose with my cool toys? Boots. There's more dermises than there is the other one. So full rawhide set, that's nice. Do we have enough for a luck charm? I shan't be using my burnished encephalomata for a luck charm, no. Shan't. Alright. So we'll just re-rack against this guy, hey? Or do we go on antelope? Screaming set will be good. survivors heading out into the world. Scribe Guy's got to fix a couple of these little weird glitches that are appearing. So Philip can't go, Licorice can, Sushi can, so we get 2 more philosophies. And let's send out Pierogi because she just got born. And let's send out Wilhelmina. So let's rename Wilhelmina. So Wilhelmina has to start with a W for the thing. So she's going to be Watermelon. I got a watermelon instead. All right. So we'll give her, that's Zelda. Cool chick. And then we use Morgan. Have I taken 4 girls? Watermelon, Sushi, Pierogi, and Licorice. We're taking the girls. All right, so that will be our things. So who do we want? So there's no Desperate Strike or Despair, because neither of our 2 guys with philosophies can actually go out on a hunt, which is just great. So Sushi's got +1 speed, doesn't she? So do we put the buckler on her and try for shield proficiency? No. Let's go the bone club on her. And on, so that's Sushi. We'll just give her starting gear. Apparently it's a bloody cloth, great. And a bone club. Pierogi will be in teal. And let's give Pierogi the full set of rawhide. So she gets vest, helmet, gloves, and that. Headband, vest, gloves, pants, boots, and she gets a rawhide armor, and she gets 2 survival on departure. 11, okay. So that's good. And what weapon do we give her? Let's give her the crest axe. No, we won't give her the crest axe. We'll give that to someone who's insane. So that'll go here. So let's just give her the bone axe. And let's give the spiked buckler up here too. All right, so watermelon, spiked buckler, bloody cloth, sure, and spiked buckler. And a bone blade. So she's going sword and shield. She's going a big swinging club. She's going the crest axe, and we're going for her with the crest axe because she is insane. With insanity 11, so she's most likely to gain the benefits of the +4 strength. And that will do. So we are going to get 2 philosophies at the end of this hunt, which will be nice. We have Desperate Strike 2, Tenacity and Despair. So if we do go for the antelope at this point, we get the benefit of the second thing, but I'm just not going to go for a level 2 next lantern year, so I just want to see the pariah, that's all we're doing. So we'll just go Frogdog again. We did, yeah, we rolled an, oh, speaking of, we're going to do our birth principle. Survival of the fittest. Principal birth, LMNOP, principal birth. Yeah, so tell me about that. So when is the, I'm grabbing out the Frogdog's book. Let's go over here. So on the showdown, it says add lingering cough to the next lantern year on the timeline. So we do the aftermath and then we advance the year. Great. So that means that we actually should do that now and not here in lantern year 3. Yep. Yep, cool. Okay, so let's do a lingering cough. Should have been done first, but no big deal. We're having fun. A survivor, nominated returning survivor, they are afflicted. It'll be Fillet. Fillet is afflicted. We innovate mere omens. Yep, so Fillet is going to be a survivalist with Desperate Strike who rolls a 4, which is suffer the blind, severe head injury. And that's it. That's alright, because the Feral Shout fighting art is just rubbish. So, blind. Cool. And we innovate mere omens. Speaking of, we also gained ammonia. Excellent. Only one more innovation until our friend the Hooded Knight turns up. What a great guy. What a great friend. There's mere omens. We can do Metamorphosis Festival. Yep. Oh yeah, so we built 2, we innovated, and then we gave, we took a punt on rolling a birth, which we got. So that's our 4 endeavours. We have Survival of the Fittest now though, so let's roll on that and see about our brand new child who's come into the world. And yeah, so are we going to raise the child without mercy? Yes, we are. It's a 2. We celebrate with a rowdy party. The parents each gain +1 permanent strength and 2 insanity. They must skip the next hunt to recover. Let's change that slightly then, because I think we had Licorice being the kid. So Zachary was always not going. So +1 strength and 2 insanity. Cool. That's fine, we'll just send someone instead of Licorice. It'll be Bridget. We need a new nickname for her. What is her nickname going to be? Instead of Bridget starting with a B, Burger, Biscuit. Biscuit's good. Biscuit's hard to top, really. Biscuit. All right, let's do it. Biscuit's good. Good choices. We're over here. Let's build our deck. A, B, A. Rest any Froggo cards. We don't need legendaries. We don't need mature. We don't need any of those. B, 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 B. A. That can go away. Sometimes if I'm feeling particularly lazy, I'll just leave these AI cards and just go again. If I'm fighting the same level, I don't worry about doing this. But since we're doing it with all of you wonderful people, we'll do it properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we're going to have to change the name of Big Deno Land to some food-related name. So please put your thoughts to, is it called the Carvery? Let's depart. The Carvery. Is there omens in the Pariah and the Red Witches? We will have to wait and see. Mind you, all the omens do is let you gain a event that is actually terrible. That's us. Our first event is a normal event, and Biscuit is going to lead the charge. Let's go, Biscuit, let's go. Roll a random event for us, Bisc. 73. I nearly got excited there. I thought it was 79. Is 73 Scribe's book? We don't have partner, so I can't unlock that. Strain. No, it's Golden Ember. Okay. We can push ahead and brave the smoke. What does that get us? One. Yeah, that's bad. Random disorder. Yeah, no, I don't want to brave the smoke. We will roll again on the hunt event table. 57. 57 is not Gorm's Laughter. Place a token on every, when the smite event with token, remove it, and all non-death survivors suffer 1 brain event damage. So that's 2 brain event damage to everyone. Her and Pierogi will do that. Sushi will gain that. Oh, Watermelon. I've got a lot of insanity here, really. Oh, she's not getting the benefit of the friggin' Crest Axe. What an idiot, Deno. Yep, so that's Gorm's Laughter. Cool. So we'll do this one. And it is Soggy Prince. The event revealer, which is Pierogi, may investigate. Gain a Tatty Hide. Yeah, we'll investigate. What's the worst that could happen? We could roll a 7, and we could gain a Tatty Hide. We roll a random hunt event. So that's the Tatty Hide that we need for the thing. Random hunt event. 22. I don't like doubles. Doubles are really good. Acid rain. Good. All survivors suffer monster level event damage to every hit location. 1, 1, 1, 1, because she's got her waist armor. 1, 1, 1. She's got her waist armor. And 1, 1, 1, 1 waist armor. Cool, love an acid rain. It doesn't matter if I roll 6+ because it's already on our timeline for next year. So we don't have to do it a second time. But let's see if I roll 6+. We do. So we would have had acid rain twice. Last hunt event, 13. Overload, the event revealer, which is Sushi, has had too much. She loses 1d10 survival and gains a random disorder. She loses all of her survival. I feel like she should have had 2, but because there's a departing survivor, she should have got 1 from ammonia and 1 from our bonus this year. Let's flip this one. We get Tophobia. Oh yeah, that's the Black Knight one. Okay. When you suffer knockback, suffer monster level brain damage. Very good. We make it to the hunt. Or rather, the showdown. So let's do it. We are going to gain, so we want you to be our person who takes the swings and arrows of outrageous fortune. I might actually put you in front as well, so you can actually swing with the club in the first turn. That's genius plays, that is. And that's there. All right, so we've done all of our shuffling. Let's kick off, friends. We need to shuffle the 5 deck. Yes, because of the foul stench, all survivors that have a stinky gear, which is just the crest axe, gains a stink token, which means she should go up here because she is more likely to be the target with the stink token, just in case. No other stinky gear. Yep. Cool, let's flip, and we flip a twitching kick, the stinkiest threat in range. Turn to face with the blind spot, like so, and 3 and 5. Oh, that's good for us. She has Biscuit. She's got 2 survival, so she can have a dodge if she needs. 227. Where does that attack hit her? In the body. We'll dodge that attack. Thank you very much. Your twitching kick has potentially backfired on your frog. All right, let's attack with the club right now, and that is Sushi. She has got +1 speed, so she's just going to swing 3 times with her bone club. Hitting on a 6, goes to a 5, goes to a 4. So she's hitting on a 4 with the bone club in the blind spot. That's 3 hits. Come on. 1, 2, 3. So all adjacent survivors gain a stink token if the attacker is sane. I think she is. She's not. She's insane. Excellent. So that one's probably... And so we're wounding on a 3. So that's our order, I think. Yep, so winning on a 3, critting on... Oh, no, we're winning on a 2 because we got +1 strength now from Survival of the Fittest. So critting on 10s and wounding on 2s. That's a wound. All adjacent survivors gain a stink token. She is not sane, so she does not gain eproctophilia. That's 1 wound. And a stink token for her and for Biscuit. The second one is a failure. That's a 6. It's not a failure, so we're not doing leap and then gaseous bloat. And this third one is a reflex. If you are not in the blind spot, which we are, that's a 5. That's a wound. Good start. Good start, Sush. Pierogi with her bone axe. Let's just go straight in the front and punch on with the bone axe. She does not have a speed bonus. She's hitting on a 5. That is a 1 and an 8. Festering Maw. All adjacent survivors gain a stink token, and we are going to gain eproctophilia unless we roll a critical, and I've got a good feeling it's a 6. It's a wound because of her +1 strength. That's that one. It's not savage. So all adjacent survivors gain a stink token. She gets 1, she gets 1, she gets 1. And did I do the wound? Yes, 4. Let's do the crest axe chick, but we're actually just going to use... Yeah, we'll do crest axe. Biscuit. And eproctophilia, sorry. Pierogi, eproctophilia. Boo. It's just annoying. Do we go fist and tooth or do we go crest axe? I think we go fist and tooth. We're in the blind, so we'll fist and tooth with Biscuit. An 8 and a 10, that's 2 hits. Double blinking eye. And the twitching digit flexors. We are in the blind spot, so it doesn't matter which order we do these in. We're critting on a 9. And we're wounding on a 7 because we have survival of the fittest now. So that's a 1, so that first one fails. We do not suffer the wound. And this one is a 9, so that is a crit. Oh, 1 aqueous eye. Frogdoggles. Frogdoggles. When you gain this, a random survivor gains eproctophilia. So we'll roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's survivor 5 and 6, which is Sushi. Sushi is going to gain eproctophilia. Fine. Biscuit is going to move back to here. She's ready to do that. I didn't do the actual wound yet, so that's gone. That's an omen hit location. It is too, yes. The attacker witnesses an omen, and we archived that card. So did Scribe Guy give us a place to track omens on here? He didn't, but I'll just put it here. Omens. 1. Alright, so we've got the shield and bone blade guy left. I mean, at this point, in for a penny, in for a pound, aren't we? Hitting on 5s. That's 1 hit. Death blow. Wounding on 4s, maybe 5s. That's a 9, so that's a wound. Hope the Frog Dog's had a fun first turn, because I have. Alright, so the card is a Wet Slap. The closest stinky threat in range. It doesn't say stinkiest, it just says stinky. So we have our Rawhide Survivor, who is 1 stink token. So Pierogi is going to take that attack because it could be Pierogi or Sushi. So we'll take it on Pierogi. 3, we have an evasion, an extra evasion from the Rawhide set, which I didn't add. So that's hitting on 7s. 7s, is it? Yep. Oh, in the tray helps. An 8, a 9, and a 2. Where are those 2 hits? Waist boots. You can have both of those, buddy. Perform gaseous bloat. Alright. So let's just do Sushi in the rear with the Bone Club. Hitting on whatever. 9, 3 and a 2. 3 is not a hit, so just the 9. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound. Wasn't a crit. That discards the fart from the fart deck because we were in the blind spot. She's done. We'll do a leap with Biscuit with her Mighty Fist and Tooth into the blind spot. Crest Axe hitting on a better and attacking better. Yeah, we'll go 3 swings with the Crest Axe actually. 2 hits because we're hitting on 4s. That's a failure and that is a wound reaction. So this one we'll do first because that is if you are not in the monster's blind spot, which we are. Perform leap and grab. So that's a 3. The Crest Axe has no bonus strength, but we got +3 from the Mammoth Leaf, and we've also got +1 from our Survival of the Fittest. So that is a 3 plus a 4 is a 7, and this guy is 8. So that fails. But we don't do anything with that. This one, that's not a fail, so it is a wound. If adjacent, we suffer 2 damage to 1 hit location. Biscuit to the hands. Come on, Biscuit. Why do you have to get a severe injury roll? Biscuit suffering a severe injury roll to her hands. Full move the monster away from the attacker. Damn, that's bad for us. So severe injury roll. Biscuit rolls a 3. I think that's 2 bleeding tokens. It is. Does she have any systemic pressure? She does not. And this guy runs over the top of these 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Knocked down, knocked down. 1 random hit location on blue, watermelon, and then on Pierogi, she's suffering 1 to the head. We can encourage, so let's encourage with, Sushi can't encourage, so let's encourage with Biscuit on Pierogi. Pierogi stands up, and Pierogi will then encourage the other chick. Don't they take damage from being run over? Or is that only when you land on them? Suffer collision, don't you? Good. Getting confused with my... No, you could be right. I'll pretend that you're right for the moment because that's better for me. Do I get my survival back from encouraging? We do not. 3 wounds left. We'll go with the bone axe into the blind, swinging with, I don't have bonus speed. Oh. 1 hit with an 8. If we wound, it performs leap and then gaseous bloat. We critical. Adjacent survivors gain 1d10 insanity. We gain 10 insanity. Fine. So that's 2 10s in a row, just in case. And that was also with the bone axe, so that's savage, which is 2 wounds. So our good chick Watermelon just rolls up here and swings twice with her bone blade, and we'll just finish it off. Rolls a 5, that's a hit, and we'll get the festering shoulder. Let's see if we can critical that one as well. It's a 9. It's not a critical, but it is a wound. Game over. Would have been good to critical that, would have been another thing. Okay, it's time to read a new story event. Who's excited? I'm excited. Hello, Space Toy. This is the wonderful Kingdom Death monster, mate. So, great game that I'd spend a lot of time painting models for. Yeah, how good was that? Where was it? Oh, bottom decked again. Oh, you'll love to see it. Did it on stream. Did it on stream. You can't complain about that. All right. So 4 and 4 plus nothing else. So we just want a spindly paw. 2. Tatty hide's good. Oh, we need a waxy dermis now, don't we? Spindly paw. So that's the flinging axe thing. Another mossy molar. We don't really need bone unless somewhere out of nowhere we get marrowism. 1 love juice. Yeah, it's a session 2 late, my guy. 2, 3, 4. Love a broken lantern. Plus our tatty hide and aqueous eye. We shall complete the showdown. Sushi's going to gain a philosophy. We do not gain a collective cognition. So we'll return and advance the year. Yeah, we got Frogdoggles, which is exactly what we want. Acid Storm and the Fiend. Plus, all right, I'm excited, but we're going to do this in order. I'm going to do it in order. I'm very excited, actually. Okay, so we got this thing. We're going to come back here and have a look at this. Make sure we do this right. Survivors return. Heal returning survivors, remove tokens, do not remove gear. Gain endeavors. Draw a settlement event card and resolve it. All right, split. Left is 1 to 6, so we're picking from this one, and then we'll split this one like that. So it's this one, and we're going to pick number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like a new one. Oh, Velvet Fog. Cool. Departing survivors gain 3. A survivor bashes one open and slurps up the luminescent juice. It is delicious. As long as we don't roll a 1 or a 2 here, we're pretty good. We just roll a dice and we nominate a survivor afterwards if we roll well. Drink deeper the bug juice, remove a thing. 7. Departing survivors gain 3 survival. 1, 2. I don't know why that's going 11, but Scribe Guy, can you get back from your holidays, mate? I need you to get back from holidays and fix this. Yeah, get ready for the Pariah event. Okay. So we can juice synthesize to gain a love juice twice per lantern year. If we do that, that's 3 survivors, which takes us to 15, which would get our principal conviction, assuming we use lifetime rerolls and we don't have any problems with the birth. We don't get +1 from the collective cognition, but we do still have the bookmark in play. So I think that's probably what we'll do. We'll probably do that twice. Something to mull over. Because if we can get to conviction, we get accept darkness, it's all good. I don't think we'll go for collective toil in this showdown. Okay, so that's the settlement event. Trigger, story, and settlement events. We need to do Acid Storm. That's bad, I forgot about that. There's an Acid Storm. Each returning survivor must archive a gear card of their choice. Lucky we've got a cloth everywhere on a 1. Cool, let's just roll 6 down. That's a 2. The survivor with the highest insanity runs into the storm. They must skip the next hunt. That doesn't say returning survivor. So is our guy skipping it again? Licorice! Oh no, I wanted her to go out. Come on! That's okay, we can use the thing. Zachary 12, Licorice 13. So Licorice is skipping the next hunt. So that is a 2. Bit of Acid Storm exercise, +2 to the result of all art endeavours. Not super interesting. All right, friends, it's time. Let's get excited. I don't know what this does. I haven't read it at all. So this is called The Fiend. So we've added The Fiend to our timeline. Let's enjoy this story and appreciate the artwork for what it is. Let's read it together. Too late, the survivors discovered the Fiend had stolen into the settlement. It trembled at their indignant anger, raising its pitiable gaze. In the heartbeat of their hesitation, the Fiend leapt into their hearts. Rage evaporated, leaving the survivors stumbling over one another to offer sympathy. Suffer -1 population. We shan't be going for the love juice plan as previously discussed. Nominated survivor to flinch. They gain codependent. What is codependent? Let's have a look. I haven't looked at any of the... There it is, codependent. Codependent is you cannot gain understanding except from the pariah. Can't read that, but there you go. So, who do we want that to be? Someone who we're not worried about understanding on. Let's go on a nuffy. Who's a nuffy? Who's someone who sucks? Curtis. You've done nothing. We might get Curtis to die, maybe? Yeah, Curtis can just die. Let's get a resource, because it doesn't say don't gain a resource. A skull, a survivor of your choice, gains an insanity. Very nice. So yeah, we'll just pick another nuffy to... So it can be Marquis. What are we going to change Marquis' name to? Starts with an M. Matcha. Matcha ball. Muffin's a good one. All right. Codependent. We don't need a capitalization of that D. Only gains understanding from Pariah. Sweet. Nice. All right. I don't know what that does. I don't know how he's going to give us understanding. Let us continue the story. Prostrated, the fiend begged for sanctuary. It delighted in secret and their enthusiastic welcome. Even as it grew fat on their bottomless generosity, the cruel parasite continued to gaze, sightlessly searching for the darkness. What a legend. All right. Gorged on the settlement's meagre resources, the fiend remained restless. Soon it skulked away, magnanimously leaving its poison gift of thanks. Archive 2 resources. Man, this is a punishing event. Don't look at that yet. Don't look at that yet. I don't want anyone to see that yet. We'll read it together. So we're archiving 2 resources. Well, we picked up a broken lantern, so I'm happy to lose that. And we've got a lot of bones, so I'll just lose a monster bone. So we've lost monster bone and broken lantern. That's fine. That is a punishing... Hello, net diver. That is a punishing start. Oh, do I need the broken lantern for Frogdoggles, do I? I could use my burnished encephalomata. Alright, well, we'll just get rid of I don't really need the hide anymore, so we'll get rid of a hide instead of the broken lantern. Alright, let's read it together. With an exaggerated kindness, the pariah offered the settlement a gift and instructed them in its use. By stroking the jagged edges, just so their lacerated fingertips poured blood into the ornate bowl. The bowl sang with plaintive secrets. Gain innovations, precious fragments, and implanted memories. Any survived with 9+ understanding? Who's got 9+ understanding at this point? Is there literally any way? I suppose if you fought a level 3 and got a black lichen, you could archive it and get 9 courage and 9 understanding and no genitals. Is there any other way to have 9 understanding at Lantern Year 3? Huh. Okay, kills them. Good. So we don't want that to happen. Nominate a survivor to receive the poisoned chalice. So we're going to add those encounters and we gain some patterns. That's cool. Where did I put my pattern cards? I think they're down here. Pattern cards, yep. If we are triggering this event again, that would be bad. Okay, so it's not those patterns. Can you blow my whistle, baby, whistle? There we go. This app is called Scribe, my friend. The developer is a super cool guy. He takes on board feedback, does amazing stuff with this app. I couldn't imagine playing this game without it. How many was there? 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5. Cool. All right, we'll look at those in a second. So I've actually added those events already on the timeline. Pariah, thanks to Weekson, whatever it was. How's it? Z Weeks. Week Z. Yep, so good job, Lanternier. And then we've got the inverted one in 23, so that's fine. Receive the poison chalice. Let's look at these first. Okay. Precious fragments. A cherished basin filled with spoils of war. Okay. So white speaker is storytelling. Good. So no storytelling. And yeah, I use it for Iron Trespass as well. I did actually, and then I started using the official one because I like the artwork better. Implanted memories. Departing survivors gain an understanding. If you would trigger White Secret, so that's reaching 9 understanding. Replace it with Dark Secret. Okay. We have to trigger Hooded Knight now because we have 6 innovations. Choose one of these. Blind and 1 understanding and permanent luck. That's going to be hard to knock back. 1 understanding, permanent strength, and rageaholic. So there's a chance I might choose that one because I have that stupid strain fighting art that I've been trying to get for ages, which you need a survivor with rageaholic, drink a frenzy drink, and what is a berserker? The likelihood I'm going to get that in this is very minimal. So maybe we won't. Because I might read the strain fighting art. That's vignettes. That's character cards. That's pattern cards. Strain fighting arts. Strain milestones. Okay, so to get this one, I need to have Carnage Worms, Crazed Survivor, Cannibalize, note, Razor Maggots, note, Protect the Young, note, Scribe's Book. A survivor with Rageaholic and Fighting Art Berserker consumes a frenzy drink. Is the one that I'm looking at. So I reckon that's the first. You can actually get a frenzy drink in a hunt event. There is a hunt event that gets you the frenzy drink. Yeah. So we need this particular guy to pull Berserker from the thing, because there's no way to tutor that I know of. And then we need to get that hunt event with a frenzy drink. The hunt event's likely, but that's over the course of the campaign. The likelihood that we get Berserker on this particular guy, very minimal. Let's look at the other one anyway. Nico's Fletching Feather. Suffer the broken leg. Gain 1 understanding and permanent speed. You can gain a weapon mastery. That's cool. Are we gonna do this again? Is this gonna happen every time? Otherwise, I don't know how you're 9 thingy. 1 understanding, permanent strength, and rageaholic. Blind and broken leg, I both don't like. It's Arc Survivor. So I think we're going to go Braille's Locks. We get a strength out of it. Yeah, it does feel like you might. So yeah, let's go Braille's Locks on the hopes that we get Berserker and a frenzy drink. This is the first time I've seen Rageaholic in a long time. So who do we put that on? We nominate a survivor to receive the Poisoned Chalice. They gain 1 understanding. No, broken leg, you can't heal from a bed. That's ribs and arms. Broken leg is dead weed, hunt event, or dark healer. And like the very few healing ones. It's very hard. Yeah, Spidey. So is anyone understanding 2? Sushi is understanding 1. Let's go Biscuit. She can do with an extra strength. She can be a rageaholic. And she can gain an understanding. Yeah. Suffer broken leg, 1 understanding and a permanent speed. You'd have to be keen on a speed strategy for that. I'm leaning into speed more and more, but that's a hard ask. All right, so we're going to go for that strain milestone if it comes up, which It is unlikely to, but we've got an option. Got a possibility. Yes, Braille's locks. I probably wouldn't have forgotten that, but we'll write it here anyway. Braille's locks. Ah, the hand. Yeah, we got the Black Knight. Yeah, actually, that's how I healed a broken leg one time, because one of the strain milestones to get the bow one is have bow specialisation and have the hand heal a broken leg. So I healed that one. Yeah, Braille's going to hate us for sure. Okay, so organ, -2 population. Organ. So it's just literally organs and people die. I don't think we're going to be going for one of those. That was cool, man. I love reading new content. I love it so much. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yes, they are all 1. Cool. All right. So Broken Lantern, Love Juice, and a skull. Yeah, I don't want to risk the deaths right now when we've got no principle. So I think we are going to maybe turn. Actually, we haven't got that much hide. Let's see. Aeneas comes in at Lantern Year 7 is the next exciting time. Spindly Paw, Tatty Hide, another Mossy Molar, the Aqueous Eye, we gained that. I do have to give out an Insanity, and another Tatty Hide. We're 1 Waxy Dermis short now. Well, we've got the patterns, so I think we can have a look at them now, can't we? That makes sense to me. In the patterns, Match Fixer, I use Revel plastic glue. So the Maul Scab, on a perfect hit, place a token on this gear. If this is the 3rd token, you gain 3 bleeding tokens. The monster is knocked down and you archive this. Soluble. Sword Scab, slow come devastating. Gain 3 bleeding tokens and archive. The Bow Scab, cumbersome range 5 at the end of your attack on a 1, gain 3 bleeding tokens. Okay, that one's pretty good. You're a 1 in 10 to archive it. This is the Twilight Sword version. So that's the Thunderhammer, Twilight Sword, Sunbow, Lantern Glaive, Cult Speaker Knife. So that's only strength 2, but it's deadly. So that's just like a leveled up version of Fist and Tooth. -2 movement after attacking. If standing, may move 2 spaces. So the bow's probably the pick there, I think. You're a 1. You're a 1 in 10 if you wound in archiving it. That's the most effective. I think that one was it's only 1 organ. Wow. All right. Cool. So that's in our pattern deck. Is the bow noisy? That's good. That's good. Yeah, it is sort of a buff towards protect the young. It's still not enough to make me want to take it, but it's a buff to protect the young. So the question now is, do we use the 2 hide for 2 love juices, the 2 tatty hides, and have some babies? Let's see what we can craft from the Froz Crafter. frog doggles is a scrap and that. So yeah, we're definitely crafting frog doggles. What was that? We didn't get a mammary hand. No. Oh no, that's the grapple claw. Oh, the grapple claw. Yes. Oh, that also needs a scrap. Are we giving up our copper? I just don't think we're chasing copper for this campaign. Like, I think we're probably going elsewhere. But man, it's tough to make that call now. I do like the grapple claw. It's a cool weapon. We'll think about that. So we can build the mask. We can build the sleeves. Yes, we probably definitely build the sleeves because we want to try and get clothed and satiated on someone. Probably right, probably right. So 1 Frogdog sleeves there. The suit is a tatty hide and a waxy dermis, no. The vest requires a gaseous bladder. So we'll probably do that, but let's grab out the frog doggles. How are we going to activate the frog doggles? We need a down blue. So maybe we're just going to get we need a left blue. Went insane. The frog dog boots are a left blue, the lure lantern, or the vertebrae net. Yep, so we'll craft the vest because that's body armor. So we've got a clothed and satiated set there. The grapple claw, deadly 1. Weapon, yeah, I think we got to build a grapple claw because it's so good having a whip for all those hunt events that benefit you with a whip. So we'll build the grapple claw. Mossy mole, spindly paw, burnished encephalomata. Alright, so we can still build the frog dog suit. We can build the frog dog mask. What other organs have we got? None. Do we want the frog dog mask? When you suffer the effects of gas, roll 1d6, ignore it. What instances of gas is there? Is the farts the only thing? There's no other instances of gas, is there? So it's just protecting you against farts. I don't really want to give up my love juices. I really want to have babies so that we can get that principal conviction. How badly do we want that? So the boots, we need a mammary gland. How many tatty hide do we have left? Just 1, and they'll need a waxy dermis. Okay, so we're probably fine. To go for the mask. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like occasionally I think there's omens listed in maybe one of the hunt events in the book. It says an omen, but it's obviously not. So we need a waxy dermis and a hide. Vertebrae net we could still make. So if we make a skull helm and another rawhide piece, we would have 3 clothed and satiated. I don't hate that. We got nothing we can build with our perfect bones yet. We'll definitely keep the ironclad spine. Oh, apparently we're not innovating this year, don't I? Good choice. Yeah, so we'll definitely do a shared experience. No, we can't because I don't think we've got anyone with 3 Hunt XP, do we? Oh, we do. Fillet. So Fillet's going to do a shared experience on 3 people maybe and get some more philosophies. We should do Hooded Knight, yes. What do we need for that? 3 bone and a hide. I've got lots of bone. So we could go bone, bone, hide, and then the skull. Get the weapon crafter out. Just get it done. Let's do Hooded Knight and see who's our new wielder of the Twilight Sword, shall we? We do have the stickers, so we are going to do some small benefit. HO, Hooded Knight. Let's roll a 9. The returning survivor with the most Hunt XP. Well, it's good to know. Oh, Sushi. Unlucky. Alright. Congratulations, you've received the Twilight Sword and a tattered parcel, which also gains the Blue Lantern and the Dormant Twilight Cloak. Rare gear. Yeah, I hate it. If this whole event was not in People of the Lantern, I think it would be awesome. But it is, so we just deal. And Sushi is cursed. +1 speed's looking great now, Sush. Yeah. Gain Mighty Strike at the wonderful cost of 3 resources. No, thank you. Cool. Alright, add Hooded Knight to the timeline 4 years from now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Aeneas is going to come when the Hooded Knight comes back. Cool. Maybe Aeneas can kill him for us. That's it. I think... Yeah, so if we look at our survivors, we have Fillet, who's 3 Hunt XP. So we can give Licorice 1 Hunt XP. Do you have to be a returning survivor to ponder a philosophy? To gain a philosophy? Or do you just have to be a survivor that gets 2 Hunt XP? So we won't give it to Licorice. Not to adopt. Okay. Okay. So Sushi's pondering, but let's also get Biscuit, Pierogi, and Licorice to flip on as well. So 1 Hunt XP, Ponder. One Hunt XP. Boop. And Pierogi, 1 Hunt XP. And then the last endeavour, we'll just keep our resources. Let's just go one more. Let's give Watermelon a philosophy as well. And that's using the mentoring ability from the Exhausted Lantern Horde, which I don't think is once per year. Shared experience. Yep, fine. So let's flip some philosophies and see how we go. So let's do watermelon first. We'll go over here and watermelon flips. Hiya! Watermelon! The best! Oh, I love watermelon. Physiognomy. The best. Bring on that gatherism, baby. I love regalism, by the way. Regalism with the wisdom potion and the regal helmet thing was just the best. All right, we have a fascist. She is fixated and gain a lumi. Not a survival. 1 lumi watermelon. And what do we want to roll here, Deno? We just don't want to roll a 1, do we? Stone Heart is fine. Yeah, just not a 1. A 5. Gain Stone Heart. Our collective cognition is not higher than 5. Yes, collective cognition at 5, so we'll get it next year. Physiognomy and Stone Heart, both added to our settlement knowledge deck. I recall Stone Heart as being quite good, but it's hard to level up. Very hard to level up. Okay, our next survivor. Well done, watermelon. Sushi's got to do one because she leveled up naturally by herself. Sushi gets survivalism. That's okay. We've already got, yeah, we want to try and get that. Last game I played with Survivalist, it was my Light of the Seven campaign, and I got Death Sense and just let you dodge forever. It was so busted. It was the best. Alright, so we've only got one other one. I think I picked Deadism, didn't I? I'd be fine if we don't see Deadism. Bit of a tough one. Yes, all natural sushi. Let's get Desperate Strike as well. Oh, no, Desperate Strike, thanks. A 1. You get accuracy training. Accuracy training sucks. Gives you a stupid systemic pressure, doesn't it? When you get it leveled up. Accuracy training. Oh no, it's the strength training that gets you a systemic pressure. Cool. Accuracy training is good. Tenacity is never bad. Good work, Sush. Pierogi. I'd prefer Pierogi didn't get Deadism. I'd prefer, yeah, probably Faceism again. Cool. Shouldn't have said it. Had to happen. Has she got, okay, she's got 10 Insanity, so that's a good place to start with Deadism. That's a good place to start. And there is some good fighting arts in here, so we're okay with that. Deadism. What is the thing from that? Yeah, you cannot gain Insanity. It does seem like a really punishing neurosis. We gain Death Poet. Yeah, you do get to pick the song. Yeah, I'll sing it if I know it, and if I don't know it, you get to have another crack. Yeah, some good artwork in this, and some good fighting arts. Dark Eye, particularly good. Okay, let's roll on our deadism roll. That is an 8. Our collective cognition is not 7, so we gain Evermore. Evermore is a good one. Evermore is a good one. Although, if I may share my first experience with Evermore, I tried really hard to level it up. And I succeeded in leveling it up in one showdown, and I was chuffed. And anyone that's leveled it up will know. Not so good. Okay. Gain a Lumi too. Didn't gain a Lumi. Oh, we're halfway there. Whoa, singing with Dano's hair. Last one. No deadism, please, for Biscuit. Biscuit's going to be a superstar. We wanted to get faceism. Hiya, you dickhead, Dano. Why would you say that? Why would you do that? How many insanities she got? 0. Okay. That sucks, man. How are we going to get a berserker? Well, we can't take her out on a hunt. Oh, that sucks. A 2. The next time you depart, gain a bleeding token and 1 understanding. Well, she's going to depart then. And gain an understanding, because that'll unlock the drafting table innovation as well. Alright, so she'll depart. Pierogi. No, definitely sushi. Watermelon is a must. And I think we'll send out Zachary with his lanternism. So I might... True. I might give the single hide that I have right now up for a love juice from the Velvet Fog event. So, yeah. All right, friends. Well, I think that will do us for tonight, because I've got to finish painting this guy before we get to this guy, so we've got to paint him first. Wonder if this camera angle looks better. So yeah, we're going to go, good night, Match Fixer. We're going to go hard out on some Cloak, and then Aeneas, ready to go. Let's quickly just do this though. So we're keeping all of those. We didn't have to archive any of those. Someone has a frog helmet set. Oh, we need the frog doggles. We need a left blue. Got a grapple claw. I like that. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Saturday, so there's a very strong possibility that we'll be streaming a pariah fight tomorrow night around this same time. Same bat channel. So we can do that. So that one's good. And we can do that one there. And that one there. So that's fine. Maybe I make a lucky charm out of that love juice, actually, so I can proc these frog doggles. Yeah. Cloth. And then we'll have the 2 blues as well for lucky charm and for our +1 accuracy. That may be the go. Who is coming with eproctophilia? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that because that seems like a lay down misere. Particularly if we're going for the screaming antelope next. Man, I really don't like deadism. I hate that I included it. Deadism and impermanism are both not my favourite. Not my favourite. One lucky charm. So who? So we probably give the grapple claw as well to this person. So they are wielding the grapple claw and critting. Do we go with our accuracy training person? She's got the Twilight Sword. That sucks. Better get those bits out. Got to zoom for this, you know. We could be looking at this whilst this is happening. Dormant Twilight Cloak. Blue Lantern. And the Twilight Sword. The Twilight Sword. Yeah, exactly. Just one other philosophy on level 1. It's going to be great when we get heliocentrism and starbound. Those are both going to be really cool. But, okay, so anyone got an accuracy buff? Anyone 2 accuracy? No. Let's give this setup to Watermelon. She doesn't have eproctophilia. Sushi, we will give a crest axe to. So she has eproctophilia. I don't have enough stinky gear for everyone to go. We've just got the crest axe for the moment. So Zachary or Sushi's going to have to sit at home. Kind of want to level up the Twilight Sword and Tenacity. So Zachary is not going. We're okay with that. Oh, he's got Sad Frogdog song. Man, I want to use that. Yeah, maybe we'll go with him. Maybe we'll keep Sushi at home. Deadism. Pierogi's not going. Biscuit is going. Biscuit, we probably are fine with dying. Yep. And Watermelon. So do we go Fillet and try and get Desperate Strike, even though he's blind and has the title of Mere Navi? Yeah, Fillet. Let's go Fillet. Alright, so we'll get a Dormant Twilight Cloak and a Twilight Sword. Oh, we're keeping her out. So, cool. Alright, that is it, yes. So we will be... Do we go for a level 2 Screaming Antelope? What does that do for our thing? 1 goes to 3. Yeah, so there's no point going to... I mean, we absolutely crushed the level 1, right? So, yeah, we'll probably go a level 2 Screaming Antelope. Oh, shit. Yeah, and then Pariah. Let's do that. Cool. I'll catch you all again, maybe tomorrow night. Big channel.